guys, Jake in LA here. It's the 29th of January. It's Tuesday. I owe you some reviews from last week's pull list, and I'm going to go ahead and get that started. First up with Punisher Nightmare. This is number 4 of 5. Tomorrow, number 5 comes out. Number 4, I liked it a lot better, and I like number 3. You know, 3 ended with the Punisher falling off of a roof with Johnny Nightmare and the other guy they were with, and make a long story short, of course they both live, and Punisher gets down there, and Johnny Nightmare, who used to be Jake Nyman, is, you know, got the super soldier serum, so every time he gets hurt, he gets stronger, he gets bigger, and they refer to him, this was awesome, they actually refer to him in this comic as a roided out Trent Reznor, and I thought it was so awesome because I totally love 9 Inch Nails and the Punisher, so him being referred to as roided out, you know, Trent Reznor is pretty cool. Johnny Nightmare, that is. But it ends with Frank Castle in true Punisher form having missile launchers, rockets, and grenades and machine guns strapped to him in the sewers of Manhattan, looking for Johnny Nightmare because he is trying to blow up the entire city using possibly propane. And that's how it ends. But before it ends, Frank Castle gets into a little scuffle with the Popos and takes out 2 cops, which I'm always a fan of because I have pretty much no respect for authority, especially Popos, because, you know, especially the ones in New York that shoot fucking dogs and everything. But anyway, that's not here nor there. Not trying to get into that. Oh, one thing of note that I did not like, I'm giving this 4 stars. I could have gave it 4.5, but I'm not, because they mentioned some gun control bullshit. Even though it wasn't pro or con, anything that mentions gun control, in my opinion, is just fucking retarded. Why do you need to mention politics and gun control in comics? It's stupid. Speaking of gun control, I love fucking guns. I love me some guns. And if you don't agree with that, you can go fuck yourself, because I really don't care. So, moving right along to Gambit, number 8. Yeah, this is pretty campy. Not a big fan, like I'd said before. He rescues some students from a school. They're mutating in some weird factory. And, yeah, that's all I even want to say about this, because at number 12, I'm going to stop reading it altogether. It's getting taken off my pull list. Kind of think it's geared for a female audience, and well, I'm not female, so maybe that's why I don't like it. I'm not sure, but it's just too campy for me. So that's that one. That's the end of that. Don't even have anything else to say about it. Justice League number 16. I really enjoyed this one. If you read 2 weeks ago, the Aquaman, it tied into this one, and you know the Atlantis is being arisen from the sea and coming up to the air breathers world, and Aquaman's brother is leading the charge because he's the king of Atlantis, and he has so much power with the ocean and everything. He actually knocks Superman out and tells Superman he has no power over him, his trident or his crown, which is pretty badass. He actually captures all of the Justice League minus Cyborg. Cyborg actually goes see his pops to get his lung replaced. Because if you guys remember, Cyborg had 3 things that still made him human. He had his heart, he had his brain, and his lung. And now he went to see his father to go ahead and have his lung replaced so that he could breathe underwater. And now he's going to go on this mission to help save his friends in the Justice League. But before that, he sends out a distress signal calling in all these other people, one of whom is Green Arrow. So I guess now he's going to join, as well as some others. So this is definitely a good read. I definitely recommend picking it up. I'm always a huge fan of the Justice League. It's one of DC's only things going for them, aside from Batman, in my opinion, and Insurgent, which is only a 6-part series. But yeah, this one, very good comic. Highly recommend reading it. And then lastly, we have The Answer by Dark Horse. Like I previously mentioned, I like to try to find at least one comic a month that's new, that's you know, not Superman, freaking Batman, X-Men, you know, one of those huge DC Marvel mantras. And this answered the call this month, and it's pretty good. It's got a sexy librarian, this guy that wears an exclamation point on his face, and not really sure where it's going, but I like how it started. She solves the puzzle and then gets into this world of craziness. I'm still not understanding why she's in this craziness. This guy, the answer is what they call him. He actually shoots through a girl's dress and shoots the guy in the nuts. And that's pretty awesome because it's not every day in a comic where you see a guy get shot in the balls and bleeding out. So that I pretty much liked a lot. Pretty much thought that was awesome. And then, you know, at the end of the comic, he goes and tries to rescue her, and he successfully does so, throws her on a bus, and then the comic ends. We don't know what she's running from. We really don't know who he is. But there's still 4 more issues, or I'm sorry, 3 more issues, because this is 1 of 4. And that'll wrap that up. So I'm looking pretty much forward to that. Tomorrow's the 30th, Wednesday. So it's New Comic Book Day. All right. And so I'll grab my comics and I'll do my pull list and briefly go over those. And until then, peace.
Drink your pro!